Okay. Why did I start this like not knowing like what I wanted to say? It's fine. So I took my makeup off to take a shower earlier. I didn't even need a shower, so like I should have not taken my makeup off, but since I did, I am going to be putting back on my face makeup, but I thought I would record it because a lot of people I know, they always want me to show them how to do face makeup. They ask questions like, how do I blah 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 with my face and stuff. So I thought, hey, I will record like what I do for my full face makeup, and that'll be it. I can just go in detail about a lot of things. So I am going to be doing this full video in like a lot of depth, like very detailed. I'm going to be going out from what I use to moisturize, what I use to prime, what I use for all my face products. First thing I always do is I always go in and moisturize right away. Lately I've been using 2 moisturizers actually. I've been switching between the 2. Like when I run out of this one, I use this one. I mainly use this for my makeup, and I use this at night for like going to bed. This is the Pond's Dry Skin Cream, and this is the Formula 1006 Mattifying Oil-Free Moisturizer. I have oily skin, and it is currently getting really hot out, so it kind of helps with sweat. And rubbing this in. One way I do my makeup is I moisturize, and then I go in and do my eyebrows, and then I prime around my eyebrows. And while my primer is setting in, I go in and do my eyes. I put another step in between after I like prime and moisturize, because I would like that time to be spent for the primer and moisturizer to be setting in my face. Normally at this time after my moisturizer, I would be going in doing my eyebrows. They actually need some fixing up, so that is what I'm going to be doing real quick. Okay, so I just fixed up my brows like really quickly. I can already feel that the moisturizer's like set in because it's tacky. Now I'm gonna go in and prime. I always choose my primers based on how my face is. I have a lot of pores, so I definitely want to go in for a smoothing primer. I like to stay on the cheap side, so this is the LA Girl Pro Prep High Definition Smoothing Face Primer. This will fill in your pores, and it will create a smooth base. Another one I also like is the Maybelline Baby Skin. That's also a pore eraser. Anything basically like silicone. Like I know the Smashbox Photo Finish is a good one for pores. I know e.l.f. has a good one for pores. Another thing I also like to go in with is my Maybelline Master Prime. This is the blur and redness control one. If your face is red, you want to go for like maybe like one like this, like a blur and redness primer. If your face is really dry, you can go for a hydrating primer. They have all different kinds of primers, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Smoothing Face Primer. And I'm only going to be taking this in my T-zone because that is where I have the most pores. Then, right after that, I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Master Prime. This I'm going to be putting in on the outer portion of my face. I'm going to be also mixing it a little bit, just like tapping it into where I also put the Smoothing Face Primer. Going around. So, first thing I'm going to be doing, which is pretty odd, not everybody always does this, but since I do, I'm gonna do it. So this is the NYX Dark Circle Concealer. I like to put this on under my foundation and under my highlighting concealer. I don't know why I do, I just like it better. What I'm going to be doing is taking my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. It's literally just like a big brush. I don't use it for my eyeshadow. I use it for everything other than my eyeshadow. I'm just going to be dipping it in there a little bit. And I'm going to be putting that right where my dark circles are. I do this so I can cover up my dark circles because sometimes the concealers that I use don't fully do it. This is just like an extra piece of coverage. And then obviously you want to blend it out. So So I'm going to be starting off with my foundation. My favorite foundation that I like to use right now is the LA Girl Pro Matte, and I'm currently too light for this, but I just blend it down my neck, and I've been self-tanning, so hopefully I will match this color. I got this for prom when I was tan, not thinking, oh, I probably won't be tan for it later on, but it's my favorite foundation. I don't feel like getting a new one, so. Now, this is the most important part for your foundation to not look too cakey. I definitely prefer a beauty blender, beauty sponge, anything. I don't like brushes because I feel like they take away a lot of the coverage. So yeah, one thing I really like to do to try to get a more like cleaner base is a damp sponge. This is the Real Techniques one. A lot of people I know like to wipe their foundation. No, you always want to pat. Patting sets in the foundation instead of rubbing it off. Okay, now to go in with concealer. My favorite concealer at the moment is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is a major dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. I really recommend you get it. When you get a concealer, you always want to get a concealer that is about 1 or 2 shades lighter than your foundation. This is the second to lightest shade. What I like to do is I like to highlight the high points of my face with my concealer. So like under my eyes, I do a triangle. My chin, bridge of my nose, and my forehead. Now before that creases, I'm going to go in right ahead and bake. Baking is a choice. I like to bake because I just feel like it looks better on me and it sets my makeup better. If you want to, go in with a pressed powder right under your eyes, set everything that you just concealed, and then go in with a bigger brush and set your whole face with it. It doesn't really matter. So I prefer to bake with the Maybelline loose powder. I'm just going to grab a little and set that. I'm also going to be baking my chin, nose, and forehead. Next, I'm going to go in and set the outer portion of my face where I did not bake, and for that I'm going to be using a big loose powder brush. And I'm going to be going in with yet another Maybelline Fit Me product. This is not sponsored by LA Girl or Maybelline Fit Me, by the way. Hit me up though. This is just the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in the shade 110. I'm going to be grabbing a little bit of that, and I'm going to be just patting my face. You don't need a lot of this, but take however much as you desire. While I let my face bake is when I go in and bronze. I do not contour because I still have not gotten that whole process down. It still looks bad every time I do it, but it's fine. I'm going to be using the Hoola bronzer. This is like the mini version. I like to use 2 different brushes to bronze sometimes. Like I just switch it up a lot. I either go in with a huge fluffy brush like this one. I got this from Marshall's for $2, and yeah, if you have any brushes, definitely check out like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, like any of those. They always have good stuff. But today I'm going to be using this angled brush, TJ Maxx, I think like $3.50. I'm just going to be grabbing a little bit of the Hoola bronzer. And bronzing is different than contouring because contouring you really just want to make one like sharp line and try to chisel out your face. Bronzing, you want to make it look like the sun has hit your face and everything. So, yep. I'm just going to be kind of like sucking in my cheeks a little bit because I still want that contoured look, but I don't know how to contour, but I still want that bronze look because I know kind of how to bronze. I don't know. My bronzing is way different than other people do it. People go very in depth with it. I just kind of throw it on and hope for the best. Next, you want to bring it up to your forehead because your forehead obviously gets hit by the sun. Maybe a little bit on your temples. I like to do kind of like a 3, so like 1, 2, 3. Like 1, 2, 2, 3. Next, I'm going to go in and I'm going to be wiping away the other bake that I have on my face. By wiping away, all I really mean is just doing slight wiping motions, but also doing patting motions. It's like a wipe pat. This is the part where you might find that you look a little cakey. And that's okay, because what we are going to do is we are going to be setting our face with some Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. This will kind of help. Great. This will sort of help the powder to kind of melt into the skin a little bit. So, yeah. You could go like this and just stay matte, or you can go for a little bit more of a highlighted look. I love my highlight, so I pack my highlight on. Sorry in advance if you do not like packed highlighters. I do, so I'm going to pack my highlight on because that's just the way I like it. I don't blush my face, I just don't prefer it. If you prefer it, go right ahead, you do you. So the highlight I'm going to be taking is this Makeup Revolution Pro Illuminate. I have had this since December of 2016, and it is currently June 2018. So it's not June, it's the end of May, but close enough. My favorite all-time highlight. Use it every day. Just wait. Having some of that. Both sides of the brush, maybe some from the lid. Patting it off and then applying. I like to highlight my Cupid's bow. The tip of my nose. The bridge of my nose. And whatever this part right here is called. I'll just use my finger for that. I'm gonna go in and blend it out with the brush. Last thing I always do is I go in and I set my face with a setting spray. This is easily $3. This is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. Never lets me down. This is my full face. I guess you can call it like a drugstore foundation routine, but because it was literally all drugstore products. So I think that's what I'm going to title the video. This is my drugstore foundation routine. I hope you learned something out of it, and I hope this really helps you. Please comment down below any questions, concerns, suggestions for other videos. Like, subscribe, follow all my social media down below in the description box because, you know, every YouTuber's got to do a shameless self promo. Thank you so much for watching, and definitely check out all my other videos and hit the bell next to my name down there to see when I upload. I don't upload too much, but trying to get back into the YouTube game. So, yep. Thank you so much for watching.
Here we go.